William L. Johnson III here with our morning meditation. Every week, we try to share these messages that we hope will be inspiring and encouraging for those of us who are on the journey of life and in our careers and in our communities. We've discovered that it helps to get by with a little help from our friends. And every now and then, we may come across a message or may experience something that is good for the group and for us to share. And so we offer these messages with hopes that you will be inspired and encouraged. Now to our morning meditation. Today's morning meditation is entitled Rising Above Our Station. Rising Above Our Station. Maybe perhaps the framing of this message and the title of it is for another time. But let me go back for nostalgia's sake. There are moments in our lives in which we recognize that we may not fit into certain groups, or others may not fit into our groups. So I go back to my childhood, and when I remember the movie The Karate Kid, yep, Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, Daniel's son, Mr. Miyagi, the bunch. And what you discover from it is that Ralph Macchio's character, Daniel's son, Daniel is a new implant there in a new town. And he doesn't know anyone. His mom and had traveled across the country to take a new job and to bring her son along with her. There they found themselves he found himself trying to navigate a new scene among new people who were not necessarily kind to him and for any outsider that would come in. They thought that because they had money and prestige and came in a certain group or lived in a certain neighborhood, that they were better than others. And Daniel had to figure out how to navigate who he was in the midst of all of the other voices telling him who he was not. Have you ever been there where you discovered that you were someone placed in an environment where others didn't think much of your potential to be much more than what you are or what they thought you would be? It's important then to not allow for the voices outside of you to tell you who you are on the inside. And so rising above our station means that wherever we are, we can do more. We are so much more than the caricatures of who we are. So much more than our gender, so much more than our race or background or our culture or our ethnicity. We're so much more than that. And so that as we find ourselves journeying in life, it's important to note that as we do so, we are called upon sometimes to rise above our station. You can do more than what others thought you could do. You are more than what others imagine you are, more than a smile, more than who you are in what they thought you would be, more than your background or where you were raised or your home life or your education, more than the money your family had or more than the lack of money that your family had. You are so much more because you've been created by a creator that made you someone special, unique, and no one like you in all the world. You have something to offer that no one has, and you can deliver that and share that with the world as long as you are aware that you have the ability to rise above your station. Who set the station? Who set the mark about how far you could go and what you could do? People who had no business actually framing who you could be and where you could go. All my life, I've lived that way. I've discovered that I could always rise above my station, overachieve, or to achieve more than what others thought I could. And I'm encouraging you in your life, no matter what age or what part or place in your life you may be, you can still do so much more than what it is you're doing. But you have to believe that the one who created you for more than what others thought you could be. So today I want to encourage you to rise above your station. Rise above the places where people thought you had limitations. Rise above the limitations you've set upon yourself. And what you discover is that every day you'll do a little bit more and you'll be surprised about how far you've come. There's a nice adage for an exercise group that I'm a part of, and it's entitled Me versus Me. I have to rise above even the stations I've set for myself, the stations others have set for me, and stations that even I wasn't aware that people I never knew have set for me. I want to surprise the world. What about you? And just because we are no longer young or in the places where we thought we would be, maybe had some failures in life, does not mean that we cannot still rise above our station. Keep climbing, see where you can go. I bet it surprises you, and I bet you do well. Have a good one. Have a great day, have a great week, and yes, indeed, as always, have a great life. Remember, you are loved, you're appreciated, and yes, you are irreplaceable. Have a great one. Bye bye.